Gregory Tony speaking out about a new article published this weekend, which says he shot and killed someone as a teenager. Tonight, he is defending that decision, saying it was all in self-defense.
He also says that the fact that the story is making headlines more than 2 decades after the fact is a political ploy. Local 10 News reporter Terrell Fournette, he's live in Fort Lauderdale with what the sheriff has to say. Terrell.
Well, the sheriff says that shooting that happened 27 years ago was never really a secret. He's talked about it openly in church, even while mentoring kids. But tonight he believes his political opponents are using that information against him.
It's being used as a political tool.
Broward Sheriff Gregory Tony's past is coming back to haunt him nearly 3 decades after he picked up a gun and killed a man after an apparent argument.
Unfortunately, we had a dispute, my brother and I, with him in front of our home, and he made threats to kill us. And he literally pulled out a gun, threatened that he had no problem with shooting us right there.
Tony was just 14 years old in May of 1993, a kid growing up in the inner streets of Philadelphia. Reports at the time say 18-year-old Hector Rodriguez was shot multiple times. Tony says after he was threatened by Rodriguez, he grabbed his father's gun from inside his home to defend the lives of he and his brother, a killing that Tony was later acquitted of.
There was no crime, there was no arrest, and this was considered a self-defense case, as it should have been.
But the sheriff, who was just the focus of a successful no-confidence vote by 2 deputies' unions, is now accused of keeping the matter private. Most Broward County citizens were unaware of the shooting, and it was never revealed in hiring forms or interviews for the Coral Springs Police Department, where he was once a sergeant. Tony was appointed sheriff last year by the governor after fallout from the Parkland tragedy, and he ran his own company specializing in active shooter training.
Whether I said it in an interview or saying it right now, this is not something that I'm afraid to speak in public about. But the reality of it is, in an application process, when you're coming in for an employment, 1, it doesn't require you to bring it up, and 2, I don't want to be some 14-year-old black kid who survived a shooting. I don't want to be someone's victim.
Hector's family is still hurting today. His daughter, who was just 5 months old at the time of the shooting, vented on Facebook saying, "This has nothing to do with politics, smear campaign, or anything, because if that was the case, tell whoever to send me a check. This is about you executing a human being, being found not guilty, and being able to move on in life and becoming a sheriff, someone so powerful." How?
Am I sympathetic to someone's losing a loved one? Absolutely. But at the same time, I have no regrets that I survived a violent attack by their loved one who's trying to kill me and my brother.
Sheriff Tony says that fatal shooting has propelled him to excel at life. I also asked the sheriff how would he respond administratively if one of his longtime deputies, at least their past, was revealed in the same manner, and he says he would take no action because no ethical or legal laws or rules were broken. Reporting live from near Fort Lauderdale, I'm Terrell Fournette, Local 10 News.